Miss Fagan, can you tell me about your position here at Windermere Prep and how long you've been at the school?
I started at Windermere Prep in 2007. I was a teacher and I taught first grade for 2 years. Then I moved into the associate director's position. The lower school was growing and there was a need for more support in the office, so I took on that position, and in 2010 I became the director of lower school, and I've been in this position ever since.
What are the challenges and pleasures of being the director of lower school?
By far, I would say that the students are the greatest pleasure of the job. The energy and enthusiasm and spontaneity that they bring to the job every single day can't be beat. It's completely satisfying to see the students in their element and how happy they are here. I think some of the challenges that I face is time and having patience. And when I say having patience, I mean when I took the position in 2010, we were relatively young as a school. We were growing rapidly, and there were a lot of things that needed to be put in place that weren't there yet. A lot of policies and protocols and procedures of what to do when this happens. Issues we never had before because we were so small. So getting those things ironed out and putting those procedures in place to help our program move along rapidly takes time, and it took a little patience for it all to work out. But we're now in a place where we're an award-winning lower school, and it was well worth the work and the effort. So those are some of the challenges: time and patience, I think.
Over the years, I'm sure you've had a lot of wonderful experiences and interactions with WPS students.
Yes.
Can you share some of your best and funniest moments?
There are so many of those. It's hard to just pick one. There was a conversation I had with a 5-year-old. They're the best, actually. He was having a rough day on the playground, and it's very typical for somebody of that age to forget to use their words when they're frustrated. And in this case, he used his teeth on a friend. So we were having a conversation about how it's important to use your words and that biting somebody is completely inappropriate and can't be tolerated. That's not what friends do. And he looked at me and he kind of went, well, I mean, let's be honest. It was more of a nibble, not really a bite. Okay? And it was very, very hard to keep a straight face and toe the line of it was inappropriate when something that cute is coming out of their mouths. So that's just one example.
What are some qualities that you think makes a good student?
I believe every child has the ability to be a really great student. It's just the amount of effort and the willingness to listen and be open to what the adults have to share with them. If they apply themselves, everybody can find incredible success in school.
Is there any advice you have for the students leaving 5th grade to better prepare them for middle school?
I think my advice would be to believe in themselves. It's very common for me to see children get intimidated or afraid of what may be coming ahead of them, and with that they shut down kind of to protect themselves from their fears. But if they're open to the opportunities that are ahead of them, if they apply themselves and believe in themselves, they will find great success.
What are your thoughts on standardized testing for lower school students? Do you think that they are important or that too much importance is placed on them?
Standardized tests are important for a school in general. The data and the information that we get is very important to us to adjust our curriculum to make sure that what we're instructing students is actually what they're being assessed on, and it kind of gives us a temperature on how we're doing, where we need to make changes and adjustments. That's where I find standardized testing information to be very valuable. It is a snapshot of what a child can do on one particular day, and you have to look at the information as a whole. I don't think it's as necessary for some of our parents to get all worked up over standardized test scores. in one particular year, but it's important to look at them over years because it's going to show patterns of strength and patterns of areas of opportunity. And then that's where we dial in and focus and personalize the learning for children. So yes, standardized tests are important, but I don't think they need to be creating the anxiety that sometimes they do, more for parents than for children.
Are there going to be any changes in lower school this year that would be of interest to students?
Pretty much our programming is set in place. We do have 2 new teachers coming on board. Mrs. Bloom, our guidance counselor, has decided to go into private practice, so we're going to welcome a new guidance counselor onto the campus. And Miss Walden has decided to move into the high school position and teach drama across the campus. So we're sad to see her leave lower school, but happy she's still on faculty. So we're going to welcome a new drama teacher to the campus. And I think both of them are going to bring a whole new energy to the students that they interact with. But other than that, our programming is going to stay the same.
How do you feel lower school students will be impacted by the change in school ownership to Nord Anglia?
We're very excited about having Nord Anglia come. And everything that we've heard and everything that has been sent to us already is positive, and the opportunities are just very exciting. So I think our lower school students are going to benefit by the resources. I know that the teachers are definitely going to benefit by the resources that Nord Anglia is going to bring, which will help us become better at our craft and indirectly will result in better teaching in the classrooms, which directly affects our students.
Ms. Fagan, do you have any insight you can share with us that you gained from your past experience as a student that could serve as a learning lesson?
One of the biggest things I think I learned as a student is to get out of my own way. And what I mean by that is we all have those things that hold us back, our fears of failing, our fears of not being as successful as our friends, our fears of looking stupid in front of somebody else. And when you can put those aside and just focus on a set goal and do baby steps towards that goal, you can achieve anything. And it took me a long time to figure that out, but now that I've got there, I found incredible success in my professional life. So that was a lesson I learned probably in college before anything else.
Thank you, Ms. Fagan, for taking time from your day to interview with us and share your insight with Reach a Student.